Finding the stretch again by sticking the tailbone out, bringing the belly button forwards, okay? And then thinking about pushing it backwards a little bit. And come out to the side of the knee in order to find a better, more controlled stretch. Take a breath in, keep going through your chest, tilt belly button forward, hips back, circling your mind again. And now I want you to go left hand down on the wheel, push the foot down into the floor again. Don't lose the stretch in the back of this right hip. Keep building it up towards 60% of your effort. Hands into the floor like a statue. Breathe up, ribcage down. If you're comfortable at 60, stay there. If not, start to build it up a little bit higher. Bathroom scales underneath the foot are getting heavier and heavier. All this stuff down at the back of this hip is getting loaded more. You know it's on stretch. Build it up to your safe effort now. Keep pushing down, left hand down on the wheel. This bathroom scales getting heavier and heavier and heavier. 2, 1, drive the knee down now, try and lift the foot up off the floor. Nothing changes with the torso, but the intention now is right hand down on the wheel as you try and get space between the floor and your ankle. Keep going, contract stuff in the outside of this hip here. Hold at 60 if you're comfortable there. Everybody else up to a great safe effort now. 4, 3, 2, dial down. Okay. So a little bit of hip opening for external rotation. Let's go to the outside. Let's do both legs at the same time now before we move into hip flexion, knee flexion, ankles. All right. So if you want to, if you've got a cushion, yoga block, or a towel, you might want to sit on that now. All right. So that when we sit, legs wide, you are nice and flat through your back. If you can achieve that on the floor, perfect. All right, but just a little bit of height, cushion, towel, small dog, don't sit on it. Give you more room. Okay, you can sit with a nice flat back, sort of getting closer to a sort of squat position. We call this the bear sit. Lots of you are familiar with it. Externally rotate my hips, toes down towards the floor. Depending on the room, you can be up. What we're trying to do is find a stretch across here. Okay? We're going to do some higher intensity stuff 3 times. Tails and rails. Your arms here are holding you at what you would perceive to be your end range. Okay? So this is easy for me. I'm going to push down as wide as I can get. I'm using my shins here to lift my chest up. I've got stretch now here. Take a breath in and start to push against the resistance of your hands by trying to, or your arms, by trying to close your legs together. Build up. Keep building, keep pushing in towards the middle. They're not moving, but the direction is in towards the middle. Keep building again. Building up now. Doing what you can do safely, but the most you can do safely. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now try and actively, using the stuff here, try and pull your knees down towards the floor. Don't lose that shape of the chest. Stay upright, but downwards with those knees. Up to your safest again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your arms down again. Try and close the legs again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Open the legs again, down towards the floor. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Try and close the legs again. Push against the resistance. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last time, try and actively pull those knees down towards the floor. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay, so that's legs apart. What you also need for a good squat, as we said earlier, is that knee coming into flexion. Okay, so as you squat down towards the floor, take your bum towards the floor. You're bending at the knee and you're bending at the hip. So the way we're going to train that, some of you may need a cushion again, is to lie down on your back. You start easy. You're then going to keep one leg straight and come up into this position, okay, or where you feel comfortable. All right, bringing that knee towards your chest. I would like, things you need to watch out for here is any pinching at the front, okay, or in this small angle here. First thing to do would be to maybe, if you do get a little bit of discomfort there, just take the leg to the outside slightly, okay, rather than straight in. If you've got no pain, don't worry, just come up as high as you can, leave your bum on the floor and your back flat. If you've got a little bit of discomfort here and here, then you can do this Hale's test, and just before where the pinching happens, hold the knee, and then imagine that you're trying to straighten the leg. So create some force in that direction, 10 seconds, release that tension, and then see if that discomfort goes away. If it goes away, that's great. If it doesn't, then do all of this work away from that point, okay? So if I had pinching here, I would work there. If you can get rid of it, it would go into the deepest position you can possibly go to. Bring that knee towards the chest. You can have your head supported like me, or you pull the shin towards the bum as well, if you can. I want everybody to take a breath in. And now imagine you were trying to stomp your foot into the floor. So it's my right leg, I'm trying to do this. I'm resisting with my hands. Start to try to stomp into the floor. Keep trying to stomp. Now, we're going to try and let go with our hands, stay exactly where we are in this position. So 3, 2, 1, release your hands and stay where you are. It's going to feel pretty gross on the inside of your leg now, in this hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, re-grab the leg. See if you can get a little bit closer to the chest. Take a breath in. Try and stomp into the floor again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, switch that now, try and actively pull your knee towards your chest, and then release the support from your hands. Pull, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, don't worry if you've had enough, put your hands back, 3, 2, 1. Now, the difference between that being active and pinching was happening if you did have it passively. If you're getting now sort of discomfort there or like that shortening of that tissue, that's fine because that's active work. Last time, get that knee in as close to the chest as possible, get the heel to the bum as close as possible. Take a breath in, try and stomp to the floor. Build that up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and lift that knee actively towards your chest. And then slowly release the passive support now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hands back on. And then release. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to turn around. Let's give you no rest of the wicked. So, in. If this one feels slightly different, don't worry. All right. Again, those checks. You've got no pain, all right, or no discomfort, carry on. First thing would be to maybe move the leg out to the side. All right. Try doing it from there. If you do meet a little bit of passive discomfort on the short side, come just before that and then do the stomp, release, and see if it disappears. If it disappears, fantastic. If it doesn't, just come away from there and work before that. All right? Knee to chest. Hands on shins if possible. If not, just pull the knee. Take a breath in and stomp into the floor. You can drive the other leg, straight leg down to the floor as well. Keep building it up. 4, 3, 2. Actively now try and hold your leg exactly where it is and then remove the passive support of your hands. Hold. If 10 seconds is too long, that's fine. 2, 1. Back on. See if you can get a little bit closer. 2 more rounds to go. Take a breath in. And stomp. Driving down towards the floor. Straighten that leg. 4, 3, 2. Pull up. Actively trying to hold that knee to chest. Release the passive support. 2, 1. Back on. Last one. In as much as you can. Take a breath in and stomp. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Remove the passive support. Three, 2, 1, and holy moly. Okay, moving down the body now. Okay, moving down. Inward for a good squat. We needed that knee higher than the hip. We also in an ideal world would have good knee flexion as well. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. One is prone, and I would say that that is the sort of easier one. because it's just less pressure on your leg. However, for that you may need, in fact for both of these, you may need a towel or something to pull you into position. So I'm going to show you both very quickly. You could lie down, face down, bend at the knee, hold your shin, okay, pull your leg, pull your heel to your bum as much as you can, release it 10, 15 degrees, and then what we will do is then try to squeeze the hamstring, this stuff on the back of the leg, to pull actively that heel to the bum more. So I would then squeeze my hamstring, let go of my hand, and stay there without lengthening at the leg. For those who can't reach that far, something like a towel here around the shin can work just nicely. Squeeze, and then I can pull multiple times. We're just going to do one set of 5 reps here because it can be quite cramping. All right? You can achieve the same thing from a different half kneeling position. Use this block to protect my knee or cushion or towel. Like so. Half kneeling, hips forward. I reach behind, pull my leg up again, come out 10, 15 degrees, squeeze my hamstring, and release the passive support, trying not to let my leg drop too much. Now with this one, you get less feedback through the hip. So as you pull, you may end up back here. I would prefer if you were extended. So squeezing that bum, and then relax. Both positions achieve the same thing, which is training this hamstring to create knee bend. Pick the one you want to go with, all right? Get into that position now. I'm going to start with my left leg, okay? Doesn't matter whether you're half kneeling or whether you're on the floor, all right? The idea is to reach back or to pull with your towel into flexion as much as you can. We don't want to feel it in the low back, so rib cage down. As far as you can. Let it go 10, 15 degrees. Take a big breath in. Squeeze the hamstring. Pull the heel towards the bum and release the passive support. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on. If you get cramp, just uncramp and then join back in. End range. Release 10, 15 degrees. Connect with the hamstring. Squeeze. When you're ready, release the passive support. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy right. Back. End range. Back off. Squeeze the hamstring, pull the heel towards the bum. Release the passive support. 4, 3, 2, 1. Say it again. Last one. Outside of end range. Squeeze that hamstring and release the passive support. Okay, change. Can you tell that I'm still angry about that microphone? Set it up. All right, you can be prone on the floor, no problem. Same thing. pull into end range. Ribcage down wherever you are. Let yourself come out of end range, 10 degrees, 15 degrees or so. Squeeze that hamstring, pulling your heel to your bum, and release the passive support. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 2, end range. Let it go a little bit. Connect with the hamstring. Pull. Release the passive support. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in. And release the passive support. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. End range. Release a little bit. Squeeze. Release the passive support. 5, keep it up. 2, 1. Last one. Pull. Let go. 2, 1. Okay. All right, last bit before we actually do some squats. But trust me, it might take over 2 minutes. All right, but we will get it. So, ankles are the next thing. All right, I'm going to do the ankles together just to save a bit of time. All right. Now, to do that, you're going to need to stand, and you could find a wall. Let me do the demo first. You find your wall, and you're going to bend in with the knees. Let them go over the toes. Okay? Find the end range of your ankles. You probably feel a stretch up at the back. Okay? Just like we did with the hips, I just want you to get to where your end range is. So in order to do that, we're going to use pails and rails again. All right? Hands on the wall, allow the knees to go forward over the toes. Feel the stretch in the back of the Achilles and in the calves. Hands for support. Stay at that end range, knees forward, and then push the toes down into the floor. As if you were going to do that. Or you could imagine like you were pushing down on the accelerator. Knees forward, push those toes down. Stay where you are now, and now try and lift your toes up as much as you can. Relax. See if you've got a little bit more room. Lean into the wall again. Push your toes down. Lift your toes up. Don't let the knees shoot back. Stay forward. Lift those toes up. Lift those toes up. Relax. See if you've got a bit more space. Use the wall. Push down again with those toes. Make sure the heels stay down. Two, one, lift those toes up again. Two, one. All right. A lot of stuff going on in the shins there. So, we did all of the component parts there for a good squat. All right. The last thing we're going to do is a thing called a kinetic squat. So if you've been to circuits or something like that before, they say do some body weight squats and you're up and down, all right? We're going to put a little bit more thought into it, all right? And we're going to use some of those mobility techniques that we've done earlier in previous classes to help pull ourselves down and to push ourselves out. So when we do these squats, they're going to be 5 seconds on the way down, 5 seconds at the sort of what you would consider your bottom position, hold, and then 5 seconds on the way out. A lot to think about now. So when I want you to squat, I want you to set your feet out, shoulder width or just that side. Your toes can be pointed outwards slightly. As we start to go down into the squat, I want you to think about that exercise we did, pulling that knee up. I also want you to think about pulling those heels to bum. And that last position where we were pulling the toes up towards the shins. That helps to pull us down into position. On the way up, I want you to think about pushing into the floor, using your calves, using the quads, and using your back. All right? So on the way down, you're thinking about knees to chest, heels to bum, toes to shins, and on the way out, nice and slowly, calves, bum, quads. Everybody, shoulder width apart, arms up, take a breath in, start to squat down. You only go as low as you feel it is safe. Okay? Start to think about pulling knees up towards your chest. Start thinking about pulling heels towards your bum and shins towards your shins, toes towards your shins. Down, hold your bottom position, keep pulling up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same again. Pull down, hip flexors, hamstrings, toes to shins. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Keep holding. 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 3 more. And pull down. Hip flexors, knees upwards, hamstrings. Pull. Hold. 2, 1. Drive out. Quads, bum. 2 more. Pull. Knees up, heels to bum, toes to shins. 2, 1. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Last one. And pull down. Pulling knees upwards towards the sky. Hamstrings. Shins. Hold the bottom. Push out. And relax. Okay. Right. I hope that made sense. You can take a big pattern like a squat, which you may have never seen before. You see it once and say, okay, well, let me train the component parts of that individually, and then let my brain put it back together again at the end. Okay, so it shouldn't be the case. The only way to get, you don't have to just do squats to get better at squats. In fact, if you don't have very good knee flexion or hip flexion, training that specifically will then help the component part when you do the squats later on. All right? I'm so sorry about the mic. Oh, this baby brain is killing me. Thank you very much. I'll just hang around for just a sec. Any questions? Otherwise, have a lovely weekend. All right? Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the ruggers if you're watching that. Otherwise, enjoy the sun, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. Namaste.